What is up, guys? It's Young Breezy doing a brand new video. Today, as you guys see here, I am on the Konami blog website. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the top 32 spots and basically break down, in my opinion, why certain people pick X deck and why X deck won, which obviously was, I believe it was True Draco Zoodiac's piloted by Chase Furman. So shout out to him for winning YCS Pittsburgh. So let's get straight into it. For the top 32, obviously, it was any type of zoo variant. I really do feel like heading into this event, since Maximum Crisis ended up getting released and a lot of people were testing True Dracos, and I really do feel like the True Draco Zoodiac build, the reason why it won was because you had so much to do, and the fact that if you tributed a monster and a trap, or a monster and a spell, because most people were playing the Kaiju engine with Zoo, when you had Masterpiece, and the fact that you have Dryden, it's pretty insane. But going at first, the Pure Zoo, which got 13 spots, I feel like going into this event, if I was playing Pure Zoo, the combo is it's still deadly. And the fact that Ghost Ash is a card, and the combo kind of gets you to Ash if you don't already have it, and kind of set up for next turn, as well as your traps. Whether you're playing obviously strikes, but if you're playing D barriers, I know most people, from what I heard, were actually what is it called? They were actually citing them, from what I heard. Maybe it's just one person that I know of, but just the fact that it gets you to Ash faster if you're going first. Hell, even if you're going second, you have Ash, it kind of gets you a little further depending on what your matchup is. So that's why I would pick, Pure Zoo. Then the next spot is 8 True Draco Zoodiacs. Like I explained before, going into the event, since True Draco is Monarchs 2.0, but once you tribute for Masterpiece, whatever it is, it's unaffected by that until obviously he's destroyed. So obviously you can still Kaiju over him, but if your opponent does not have anything to get over Masterpiece and they're staring at a Dryden, and you could just basically poke, and then your opponent's just staring at a Masterpiece. Like it's just funny. But in all realness, though, like, the True Draco engine is pretty good, and the fact that, like, because I don't know what most of these builds are, I'm pretty sure most of the YouTubers are actually going to be posting them probably after or before this video goes up. But just the fact that you get to banish, I don't remember which spell it is, but you get to pop a card on the field, is pretty good. And the fact that you do have Dryden, which can pop as well if you haven't used the effect for that turn. So that's my thoughts on the whole True Draco Zoodiac. I might go in depth on the whole deck if you guys want me to, and give my thoughts on a little more in depth, I guess, breakdown on my thoughts of the whole deck, the whole engine, the interactions, stuff like that. If you guys want me to do that, comment down below. Then the next spot is the Kaiju Zoodiac. Again, going into this event, if you're playing the Kaiju variant, you're already set against your True Draco matchup, whether it's the Pier, it's your Zoodiac, True Draco, whatever, because of the fact, obviously, Slumber is a card, but obviously, if they're unaffected by spells, you're kind of fucked. And then again, you have your Kaiju, tribute over, you're supposed to summon Kaiju, while do all your stuff that you need to do, and then you're set. And I believe there was like one Dino Mist player, which I thought was pretty insane. I think that was kind of cool, but I think that no one really expected that going into the event. Going into the next deck, obviously, it's the Predator Plant Zoo, which kind of sneaked in with the new release of the Predator Plant engine. It's kind of like the new Terratop in a way, except for that version, it kind of is like the Pure Zoodiac, except the fact that you're able to search Instant Fusion if you don't have it in hand, or your Fusion Substitute if you're not able to go Broad Bull, search Black Sheep, but most likely you're going to be able to do that if you're going first or second, unless you're, staring at a Masterpiece. Then you gotta try and get over that. Then the next is Zoonoids. I personally feel that a lot of people underestimated this build. I I feel like this deck is still relevant, and if you're able to bait the Ghost Dash, you're fine. If you're able to bait it with, like, let's say Tanky or Barrage, and you have Grass is Greener, you're set. You mill all your Infernoids, or, well, majority of your Infernoids, and let's say you have Instant Fusion or whatever in hand. I mean, it's just amazing. And if you guys want to learn a little bit more on the whole, what is it called? The Zoonoids, you guys can go check out Top Tier Yugioh. He has an amazing in-depth deck profile, as well as understanding of the deck, because he's been playing it for a very long time. But like I said, going into this event, I think a lot of people ended up underestimating this specific build of Zoo. Then the last one is Zoodiac Paleozoics. I have not seen that actually be played yet, but just the fact of the matter, if you're able to make Totally Awesome as well as Dryden and Back Row, I mean, you better be ready. And it seemed like most of what was being played was obviously dinos, and that was one thing I think a lot of people expected to top in this event because of how strong the deck is. But, you know, if dinos are not able to do anything and people are actually prepared and understand the deck, it's like, what do you do? Like, the deck is strong, but damn, no dinosaurs topped. Like, everybody was testing it, and they're like, oh, well, we're just going to play Zoo for this event. So, it's crazy. And then no pure True Draco topped. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were expected for that matchup as well. Very, very prepared. And that's basically my thoughts. If you guys want, me to talk a little bit more on my thoughts on YCS Pittsburgh, obviously it was not streamed. But just going in depth with each Zoo variant, if you don't know really anything about it, I'm pretty sure there is a YouTuber that has talked about it. Obviously, Top Tier Yugioh for the Zoodiac Noids. But if you've played against at least one of these variants, I shouldn't have to do that for you. But if you don't know and you don't understand, you guys can comment down below, and I can possibly do a video on that to the best of my ability, from actually facing and obviously going against it, and kind of playing around with it just to understand the deck a little bit more. So hope you guys did enjoy my breakdown. It wasn't the best in my opinion, but just from what I have seen from the decks that have obviously took all of the top 32 spots, just being very, very surprised that True Draco or even a True King Dinosaur deck did not slip in at least maybe one into the top 32. But again, this is the first YCS going into Maximum Crisis, if I'm correct. So we still have a many regionals or whatever to go, so you guys can understand more of what the deck does. Going into nationals, if you guys want me to, I can talk about my thoughts on the decks as well heading into that, and what I think is a possible pick that you guys can possibly take if you have your invite. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, smash that like button. It shows me that I'm actually doing something right. You guys kind of agree with what I've talked about. If I missed anything, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. As always, this is Young Breezy. I'm out. Deuces.